Broadcasting live and direct from your speakers. It's About Your Money. Allow me to suggest a few ground rules before embarking on this experience. Be open-minded to new ideas that may seem counterintuitive. Be willing to suspend your disbelief, because the worst form of ignorance is when we judge or reject something we know little or nothing about. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Are you ready to transform your financial mindset?
Welcome to About Your Money.
Hosted by financial marketing strategist
Michael Andrews Jr.
About Your Money brings you straight, no-nonsense talk about all things money, connecting you with accessible resources and industry-proven experts in the areas of banking and credit, loans and modifications, fair debt and collection practices, retirement planning and investing, real estate, and more. If it's about your money, we'll talk about it. Host Michael Andrews Jr. will provide the tools individuals, families, and communities need right now for economic empowerment. Take charge of your financial future right now
with About Your Money.
And now, here's your host and financial strategist,
Michael Andrews Jr.
Appreciate you joining us today, October 25th, 2017. My goodness, isn't me? It was just time's gone by so fast. Which goes to show you gotta get off your butt and keep it moving. Because you sit down, you blink, a week goes by, a month goes by. That's why you got to keep it going, folks. Listen, I really appreciate you joining us today. You can find out more about us by going to our website. Our website's aboutyourmoneyradio.com, aboutyourmoneyradio.com. I have to be transparent with you all. I have not given you a number of experts over the last few months, a number of months. And it's just, my schedule has just been absolutely it's a good thing. My schedule has been, greatly busy, but I have to be committed to you listeners to bring you more insight from various sources. So I want to apologize for not doing what I feel is an adequate job in providing you voices from various fields of finance to give you insight and understanding, to give you the tips and strategies and solutions that may assist you. So I want to just go on record saying I apologize, so thank you for that. Thank you for accepting my apology. I appreciate that. I'm assuming you are right. So, and the thing is, I want to just talk with you briefly today about financial noise. When you think about financial noise, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Now, for me, when I think of financial noise, I just think of all this static people, all this disagreements and things of that nature. You hear one financial advisor say one thing, another say another. I mean, who can you trust? Who should you believe? Who should you listen to? And I find that, I know a number of advisors from various fields, and all of them are great. But I believe that it's really good to note that everyone operates within their own lane. And if you understand that, then you should realize that what you need to do is figure out what needs to be done for you. And there's a lot of advice out there. And you will hear some people say, just put your money in qualified plans. You want to max out your qualified plans. Oh, no, you want to do it this way. Oh, just buy term and invest the difference. Oh, just, put your money in the money market. Whoever tells you that. I mean, the thing is, there's so much out there. But here's the thing. There's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all strategy for everybody, because everybody's uniquely different. Everyone has a different objective. Everyone has a different goal. Everyone's at a different age. And some of you have saved early on. Some of you have not begun yet, and you're 50, talking about you want to retire in 5 years. Don't know how that's going to happen. So, at a pace or at a rate that you will be beneficial to you. And so if you just listen and recognize that everyone is different, you have to take inventory of where you are personally and begin to assess what's in your best interest, what's going to help you. And I find that sometimes people say, I'm going to reallocate, I'm going to get out of the market. And when you think about that, that's pretty interesting, because you don't really ever get out of the market. You get out of one vehicle into another. You pretty much are in the market, even if you're just, I'm going to just get into a cash position. Well, and I heard someone say this is perfect. They say, even if you do that, you got your money in a money market. I mean, you're still in a market. So the thing is, we have to find out what's best for you. And it's what's really great. And people say, Michael, what's your specialty? And I let them know that, well, my focus and my specialty is fixed and indexed strategies. That's my expertise. Fixed and indexed strategies utilizing annuities and or life insurance, permanent life insurance. And there's a space for that. I deal with a number of financial advisors, CPAs, attorneys, and they will tell you that everyone has a different strategy based on their objective. And even with that, there are, people who have varying situations. There is an allocation of your entire portfolio that may actually do well with permanent insurance and or annuities. And we have found, as I'm working with various attorneys and CPAs and things of that nature, we have found that we're looking at 10, maybe 15% of their total portfolio will include this. And that's where I come in. And then, then you have one of our other colleagues that will deal with, stock market stuff, securities, things of that nature. And then we have someone else that will deal with some other aspects of investments. And then we have our real estate person. So we have a variety of resources at our disposal when it comes to a varied amount or varied type of clients or clientele. And everyone's uniquely different. An email I got just a few days ago, and you can always send an email to us. In fact, if you just go to our website at aboutyourmoneyradio.com and click on contact us, you will see how you can actually either just send an email, type it out, or click a button and you can record your voice on the website. It's pretty amazing technology. It's just simple. It's simple to use. And someone said, do you recommend term insurance for everybody? And I'm like, well, no, because everyone's different. And, if I have someone whose net worth is $10 million, I'm not going to, recommend initially a term life insurance policy, which it all depends on what we're trying to do. There's so many, I'm squinting my eyes as I'm saying this because there's no one size fits all strategy. And the person got a little upset because I wouldn't recommend term insurance for everybody. I'm like, well, it's not for everybody. It all depends. And so the number one thing that you need to hear, the two things that you need to hear when you ask a question from any advisor, there are two words that you need to hear first and foremost. You ready for this? It depends. I've said this before, and I've said this many times on the show. It depends is the correct answer. It depends. Why does it depend? Well, it depends upon the various things which I just said at the very beginning of the show. What's your objective? What's your age? What's your health? What's your savings? What's your risk tolerance? What do you have? Things of that nature. And so based on that, you have to understand that when you hear all this financial noise, you'll hear some people say, no, stay away from permanent life insurance. Really? But we have wealthy individuals that have a good bulk of it. You also have banks and corporations that utilize permanent life insurance. So I've done I've written an article about it. I've done shows about bank-owned life insurance and corporate-owned life insurance and how they utilize, sometimes 10 to 15% of their top-tier assets in life insurance. And so when you hear this, don't do this, don't do that, that really lets you see how ignorant a person is. And ignorant just means not knowing. It's not a bad word. Ignorant means not knowing. And the worst form of ignorance is when we judge or reject something we know little or nothing about. So when you hear someone immediately knee-jerking, putting something down without understanding that it's applicable and favorable for those who may need it based on their specific situation, you got to understand, go out there if you're going to get some advice, even from me. You want to get something that's objective. Don't rush. Whenever you get an agent or advisor that's rushing you to do something, you want to steer. And I always tell people, follow your gut instincts. Especially when you're investing your money. Follow your gut instincts. I've had people lose money even though they had referrals. Oh yeah, my uncle is investing in this fund, and all of a sudden everybody's losing their money because the person that was heading it was ripping everybody off. So follow your gut instincts after your due diligence. You just follow that. Don't just do nothing. Follow your gut instincts, research, but make a decision, because oftentimes a person will they'll gather all their intel and research galore, be on the internet searching, and they hear positive this, negative that, and they just don't make a decision at all. They're just scared. They have done so much work, and they have done nothing, and you need to make a decision. So it goes with the risk tolerance and things of that nature. Don't invest more than you're able to lose. That's common sense. And so just want to kind of give you some insight on that. Now, I'm not giving investment advice. I'm just letting you know, use some common sense. This is common sense advice. So now, one of the things too I want to discuss, in addition to this financial noise that we hear, you're always going to hear an opposing view on anything finance. Let me give you an example. Oh, you should invest in stocks. No, you should put your money in bonds. No, you should put your money in mutual funds. No, you should put your money in foreign currencies. Or no, you should put your money in precious metals. Oh, no, you should put your money in annuities. No, you should put your money in permanent insurance. You hear you should put your money in real estate. Well, here's the thing. You hear all of that, and many times people are right, but many times people are wrong. But I have clients who have investments in foreign currencies, have investments in, of course, precious metals and real estate and insurance and annuities and stocks and bonds. You see what I mean? So it all depends. When you have a well-rounded client, they have a percentage of their total portfolio and a lot of different things basically being diversified. So in case something just falls, like the stock market, can it 2008 happen again? Yeah. And so if that happens again, they're safe. And so I feel sorry for people who have basically no investments, but they have a lot of their money tied up in qualified plans. I feel sorry for you. I do. I feel sorry because there's some personal responsibility, but yes, you're being corralled and you're being told, just put your money here. And then you're expecting to live off of a certain dollar amount, but you don't even factor in taxation. So you have these people that will give you advice about what amount of money you should put into something, but they never talk to you about the tax aspect of things. Never talk to you about the exit. Now, just picture this. I want you to visualize this. You are at a carnival, and you got the salesperson out there, if you will, say, "Hey, step right up. Enter into this house, into this horror house, or whatever the case may be." And they're trying to talk you into entering it, but they don't tell you how you're going to be getting out. I'm always that kind of person. I want to know all the exits. I'm just that way. I'm just kind of wired that way. I want to know how I can get out somewhere. And you should too. Okay. So the point being is that when you are being told about any investment vehicle, you may want to inquire about the tax implications, or the advantages or the disadvantages. That's what you want to do. So I just want to give you some food for thought today. Ask, even if it's term insurance, ask about the back end. How does it affect me? Is there a way I can collect this money if I don't die? Ask them that, because the old type of life insurance will not really pay you. You have to pretty much die. And there's certain, you won't even benefit if you're alive. So there are various aspects of things in which we have to be critical thinkers and ask questions. And sometimes you don't know the right questions to ask. So you want to talk with someone who doesn't have a interest in you and your deal. Ask for some advice. Hey, what do you think I should do? And then get back with someone. Ask someone else. And be direct. Ask hard questions. How long have you been in business? Are you able to provide me, a client referral? Whatever the case may be. Sometimes, yes, they'll do that. Sometimes no. But the thing is, look after you. I'm giving you a lot today because I just want to be brief and to the point today. And I just want to let you know that as it relates to the financial noise, don't be discouraged. Ask questions. Ask questions. That's the key. Okay. And don't just take one person's advice. Oh yeah, well, this person's on TV for the last 20 years and that. Okay. Yeah. But they are really only ideal for a certain class of people. And you'll find that what they tell you not to do is really goes against wealth accumulation based on what's being done over here. So I just want to let you know that what wealthy people are doing, you can do at your level. There's advanced strategies, there are basic strategies, and there are strategies that don't go anywhere. So I'm just kind of talking to you right now, just having a conversation, just letting you know to think. I kind of feel as though I'm talking to family right now. And I just want to let you know that there's no need for you to rush into anything. Get your questions answered, be very direct, but just know that there's something for everybody. And just because you hear an opposing voice of something that you've been looking into doesn't mean that it's wrong. Doesn't mean like, oh my God, the opposing voice has a point. Doesn't mean that at all. It just means that that's a different way of doing things. But because of your situation being specific, being different than many others, it may be beneficial to you. So we have to, when you talk to an advisor, tell them about your specific situation. And then that may change the landscape of the conversation. Think about that. Okay? So just want to let you know. So I really appreciate you joining me today here on About Your Money. It is, again, October 25th. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or opinions, I'd love to hear from them. Either way, bad or good or indifferent. I'd rather hear from you. There's so many people who get offended when they don't hear something that they like. But I like to hear it all. Why? Because that's just the way I am. So we love to hear from you. And if you happen to be an advisor and you deal with a specific industry or specific specialty, then I would love to hear from you, because maybe we can have you on the show to talk about your noise. And I don't mean that in a negative. No. I don't mean that in a negative either. I mean that to where, let people know what you have to say regarding something. And let's have that conversation. So you can always give me a call, 916-238-8282. That's 916-238-8282. This is Michael Andrews. I look forward to coming to you again next week. Okay? Take care. God bless you and your family. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to About Your Money. Hosted by financial marketing strategist
Michael Andrews Jr.
Got questions? Need more details about a guest or a topic you heard on the show? Contact Michael right now at aboutyourmoneyradio.com. And be sure to follow us on social media at About Your Money on Facebook and Twitter for updates, financial tips, and current financial news and commentary from Michael throughout the week. About Your Money, empowering you with knowledge to create the financial freedom you deserve.